So he's getting ready with his arm here. While Paul changes his heading to try to find Hercules. So you
Thank you, sir. Tilt up. Go. First, we're going to go dark.
So Paul, I think that Argus is to the east of Hercules. So you'll have to look west to see him. And you may have to tilt your camera down as well.
That's probably it. How far down does the camera rotate? Oh, yeah.
So we can see here.
Thanks, Bob.
That's
Should be
what
in
the
good shape
gains
now.
here. Yeah, so it's super like benign here, right? But this is Hercules looking out the flat bottom, and there's nothing around Argus, so we're good. So this is a good, nice flat bottom to get tested.
Great.
Right, so you've collected a bunch of points here. He's been pretty stationary even though he wasn't in auto XY. But if you look, it's not really different from our initial reset, so I'd say you're pretty good there. So zoom in a couple, just a click, just to set that to 20. Yeah, there you go, and center it up. And there you go. So I don't think that, I wouldn't do a DVL reset. We're probably pretty good on it.
Okay. So
now that's going to drift over time, right? And so kind of know when you need to do that, especially if we go down for a sample. We start to collect points. We're sitting in one spot. Eventually, you're going to organize that DVL reset and make sure, just be aware of where you're dropping those targets, etc.
Okay, so we're not doing this.
Yeah, we already did. Good enough.
Yeah. And
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we moving now?
It looks like it. A little sea pen.
Is that a snailfish? No, what is that?
Oh, yes.
Roughly,
it is.
Roughly 200 meters.
I usually see them around the rocks. Yeah.
It is though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's a snailfish.
You're in view. It's
Little
just
blacktail.
Yeah. So you see here, Herc's in view. Cloudy.
Yeah.
So that makes things fun.
Okay.
Got your wrong mouse to measure that.
Sure do.
So Jan, you said that was a blacktail snailfish?
I believe so, but I didn't get a really great look at it.
We are...
I think another one off in the distance.
Going 289 meters. Heading of 101.
You can round that.
100. I like to be precise.
Yeah, so just double check.
Science, would you like this to be a name transect or a nice amble over to that first area of reflectivity?
might as well get a transect out of the way. I think that'll be good. That way we can all figure out how to record transects, and when we get into some rocky area, it'll be a little bit easier.
Copy that.
So
Like to do for
yeah,
these is you'll have
pretty flat from
Yep.
here on over.
you'll have Argus face the direction you want to go, and Hercules will get out in front.
Yeah, sorry.
That way we're all kind of moving in the same direction, right? So, and then once we're set up that way where Argus is behind Herc, we're all facing 100. We can call in the ship move. We want to move 100, however many meters at bearing 100, and then speed is probably 0.3. Although it's flat enough, you could go up to a half a knot. So, but Herc won't start driving until Argus starts to drive. So you want to relay all that to everybody.
And here comes a grenadier.
Alright, 15. Should I change my heading? Or wait until you start driving?
Good on ship move. Okay. Copy that.
All right, so now that we're moving, I'll leave it to the watch leads to make the call on when you want to start that transect, and we can drop a point. So
Okay, can we start one now? Go for at least 120 meters in this direction. And maybe a nice slow speed between half a knot and a quarter of a knot. And can someone tell me our altitude?
I didn't hear anything. Did I lose audio? Hello?
No, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, I'm not hearing anything. Yo, Jen. There we go.
you weren't on SPL.
Just let us know when you
okay.
you guys
I didn't hear.
Want to start.
I didn't hear the answer to the altitude.
I was asking
question.
about the altitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 1.3 meters. I don't really want to be a
Great,
whole lot
thank you.
lower than that, but.
Okay.
And can you zoom out just a bit so that we can see what the framing looks like?
This is as wide as my lens goes.
Okay.
Okay, how about zoom? Yeah, I think that's fine.
Do you want to?
Oh, on high pack.
Yeah, this is the widest.
Are we calling it a go here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go.
Yep, and
Awesome.
just called in a ship move,
And
so
we'll
we
slow in
are
there.
on the move.
Wow, that nudibranch is moving fast. You see his trail.
Flatfish. Oh no, that's some seagrass maybe on the seafloor there.
We're not doing step moves, right? We're just doing a.
Okay, so yeah, we're waiting for the ship to get started. That move's called in.
Okay.
So we should be moving shortly.
Yeah, you just let us know when the ship's ready. And we're going to call this Transect 1 or T1. And if we could mark this location T1B, and I think in the data log, if we could use, at least for the first one in this series, the H1823 T1B, B is for beginning. And then at the end, we'll do T1E as an end.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
this
high
is
tech.
it's a similar format we've used in the OCNMS cruise, so we're familiar with it.
Cool. Okay.
The trick is really just to wait for a good time when the vehicles are moving, so that you don't have a stagnation in the middle of the transect. But
Yeah, I'm not in any hurry. You guys get settled. I'm just typing up my my transects here
what I'll do
in
is
the
I
soft
will
flat box.
I'll post a copy in our event log on the ship, and then I'll also post it in the chat. And I see I have the transect list up as well, so I can just check that, make sure the times are all consistent.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're in it. You're in the Google Drive folder.
That's right.
The same one I'm in, and Kirsten's in.
Yeah, I'm going to be entering the that information on our ship side event log, so I'll just double check with what you're writing in there just to make sure we're all consistent.
Okay. Okay. I don't want you to have to write too many things, so I can do the Google Drive log.
What is that? Exactly.
Looks like
Good
an
grief.
old piece of
We're not
rotting
stopping
metal.
to look at stuff, are we? We're doing a transect.
No.
No, no, I was just curious more than anything.
We're just wondering
Could
what
be
that
some
is.
kelp, just really
Or
kelp that's got a lot
really
of
old-
sediment.
And we
or
can
a
do
really
a
old
quick
piece
zoom.
of plastic.
Trash fish.
Yeah,
Trash
if we
fish.
haven't started yet.
Unfortunately, a common
Oh,
species.
no, here we go.
Here we go. Okay.
What? I'm
Okay.
sorry, there's too much
No,
Oh
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
here.
We're on
it's
the
good
move.
to get going.
Okay.
It's good to get going.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And Bob, if
All
you
right,
want to
first
snap zoom,
transect.
I can go in and out real quickly.
I don't know if we're supposed to just keep like everything the same as we're going here.
Well,
I think we're not stopping to
yeah,
check
if we've
things out. We're just going, right?
right. Right, Jan, you want the camera to not change while we're on transect, correct? I think we've started
Right.
officially.
Oh, okay. If we've started, let's just go.
Well, I saw that in the science chat that it was marked as a start, but
And Steve, what was our altitude?
Right now,
It's right around a meter. I mean, it's varying
Okay.
a little bit.
Oh, is it? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm not doing an auto altitude because it tends to do its own thing sometimes. So, and I do not want to go into the mud in this because it would be with us all day.
oh,
So.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we
Yeah,
don't want to do that.
visibility's
No,
already.
this is fine. Yeah, this is going to be the siltier of the two dives in Pioneer.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is
Beautiful
as low as
flatfish
I'm
we've got here.
comfortable going. So,
Yeah, this is good. This is a good altitude.
okay.
Who was that? That was a right-eyed flatfish. But I didn't get a good enough look to know exactly. Oh, there's another one.
No. Here comes another one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lag between my Herc feed and my quad feed. So if I miss something, I can look over and see it again.
Oh.
I guess that's a good thing. I don't know.
Is that a thorny head?
I think
Looks
it
like
must
it.
be a thorny head off to the left. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Tom's else on the Tom or Caitlin or Diana?
No. It looks like we've got a crab here.
A couple of them.
So, Jan, what had you select this portion of Pioneer Canyon for us to explore and do transects in?
Well, from the south portion of this area, so basically our second dive, which is going to be tomorrow, all through this area, there is bottom trawling. And some of the area is pretty rocky. Our 2016 dives, one dive, showed us that there was fractured rock, some really nice mounds, and some really large bubblegum and bamboo corals. So we're interested in exploring this whole region to see if bottom trawling might have an impact, if it's safe. And, you know, in some areas where there's not a lot of sea pens, not a lot of bioturbation, it's pretty safe to do bottom trawling as far as the benthic habitat.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start getting into the areas where the larger corals, the upright corals are, that trawling could knock them. And some of those colonies could be, they're definitely decades old and maybe a couple of 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we picked this portion of the canyon. Next year, we do have funds for some shallower portions of Pioneer Canyon. So between the 2016 dive, these dives this month, and the ones next year, we'll have characterization of the entire canyon, which will be pretty cool.
That's great. Yeah.
And then we turn this information over to National Marine Fisheries Service, Pacific Fisheries Management Council, as a piece of information to decide about sensitive habitats like essential fish habitats, deep sea coral.
Hey Bob, I have a question for you.
Oh, like that.
When you were using OSU's camera last time, did you change any of the light settings, like the porch lights or anything? Okay. And we have it on now? Okay. All right, that might help because I'm just getting a ton of backscatter in the image. I can't get it to look really great. 1 second. Yeah, I think that's better.
And now it's kind of evened across the top, Nicole, from my feed. What speed are we going?
.3, that's correct. And we've gone about 85 meters, confirming that we want to head to 120. Science confirming that we still want to go to 120.
Is it on HiPAC?
It can be in just a moment.
Okay.
Samantha, were you asking for the transect length? Or are you talking about direction?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the direction. Yes, Sam. Yeah, 120 meters it would be great.
Okay, perfect, thanks. Yeah, direction will still be 100.
Yeah, we have some scattering of, now is that a sablefish or is that?
No,
my fish book.
what is
that?
I got my fish book open, I'm looking. And
Okay.
that tail. Where did it go? I wish Erica was on right now. She might be able to tell me.
Yeah. She's on next.
Oh, there.
Right
I think
faster.
it was a California slickhead.
Oh, a slickhead. That's right. Okay. And then we have a. Is that
Another
a?
thorny head there.
What was the one with this little sharp tail? Just went out.
Oh,
Field.
are those eel
Oh.
pouts? Eel pouts?
No.
There was a
No,
rat
I gotta get out
tail.
my fish book.
There was a
A rat tail?
or
Oh,
a grenadier.
like
Rat tail. I
a
wanted to say rat tail,
okay.
and I thought no.
I didn't
was
see it.
thinking rat
Okay.
fish. Yeah, it was rat tail.
Okay. I missed that one. I was looking at the slickhead, but the slickhead has this kind of lobed tail that helped me to identify it.
Yeah. Also pointed out a couple of really small, the snakehead eel pout. They're really white,
Okay.
long, sharp tail, big eyes.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we've seen quite a variety of fish already.
Yeah, it does. A little scattering here and there of sea pens. A lot of bioturbation, which is really nice. Crabs. Oh.
I think we've got two different kinds of sea pens here. It looks like we just passed over Holipterus, and then we also have some Anthoptilum.
Mm-hmm. With some brittle stars kind of wrapped around. They're up high in the column, water column. Eating.
So those sea stars are
Not really
getting up there to go catch food, right?
What was that?
The sea stars are climbing up the sea pens to get a better location for catching food, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Steve, I was listening to you on the Olympic Coast Cruise, and you seem to know these corals quite well, which is fabulous because I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm okay with corals.
Pilots, Argus, or the ship has made its ship move. Argus will still move a little bit. Science, do we want to continue towards the slope?
Yeah, that route that we picked out earlier seemed like a pretty good route. And if you want to pick up the pace a bit while we're exploring, that'd be fine.
Copy that. Does this look like a good tract here?
Is the transect over?
Yep. No.
Okay.
We still have about 20 meters left.
Okay, got it.
Bob, we still have 20 meters.
To follow up, yeah, I've been working on studying corals for a while, but really my specialty isn't off the west coast here. It's more in the tropics and subtropics, but you see a lot of the same, at least genera, sometimes family members. So oftentimes we can, get down to the family or maybe even the genus of a coral, but doing a species level identification is sometimes a little bit more detailed. Need some more close-up images or sometimes even referencing a collection.
Yeah, part of it's just though knowing what to look at in the anatomy, right? Just the branching patterns or other things you're keying in on, right? When you're looking at them. So the sea pens you mentioned, could you say the the names of those again?
Yeah, so the long skinny one is probably Helipterus,
Helipterus. Okay.
and the curled one is Anthoptilum.
Okay.
Those are all in the, there are actually photos of those, I'm pretty sure, in that coastwide collections guide, just for reference, of course.
Okay. I was looking at one of my other things, but yes, that's probably the first place to look. The pictures are just smaller.
Yeah, the pictures are pretty small. We are going to want a C pen, and I'll pull it out. But I know we'll find plenty more. They're pretty common. I wanted to see if I could get an aging of one. I'll pull out the ID for that.
For one of which C pen?
Are we there yet?
Just about 7 meters.
There's also a possibility that
Drop a target. No.
that long skinny
Okay.
sea pen could be Funiculina too, but we'll need to get a closer look. Given
Okay.
this depth range, it could be that, probably that. Seems that
Okay.
Ellipterus is a bit shallower.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm looking where you're looking.
How far to the steep stuff?
Give me 1 second and I'll be able to tell you. We just completed that ship move. Going to end this transect here. And science, do we want to continue? It's another 134 meters to the steep stuff.
Sounds good to me, but we'll wait for Jan to confirm.
Can you zoom out a high pack?
Sure.
Because I think that route that you picked out was pretty good. So once we get over to the steeper areas, especially the hard steep areas, we can go a little faster unless we see something that we're going to want to collect.
Okay, so here in the bottom right is 1B. So we can start moving down this way to the steep stuff.
Did you
to the
zoom
slope.
out? I'm not
I am zoomed
it.
out. 1B is over here in the bottom right corner. My cursor's on it right now. I can right click it so you can see it a little better. Now it's a red triangle.
Sam, it could be we just have a little bit of a delay.
Sure.
It took me a second to see what you were pointing at. Do you see it now, Jan?
No, I'm still not zoomed out. Maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah, I can see your cursor.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1B, so can you pick out the route again, Sam?
Sure thing. We're looking at coming southeast towards the slope here. Head down the slope. Sorry, up the slope. And then over towards east to 1B.
I would go a little bit to the west of where your cursor is right now. Oh, that is to the east. Maybe there's a lot of a delay here. So from where the ship is, if you could move your cursor over to the left more.
So kind of drop down straight
No.
from where the ship is?
Yes.
Okay. And where
About
this little
5
scoop
o'clock.
is out of the contour line?
Sure. That, yeah. Yeah, there is definitely a delay.
Okay. Gotcha. I just dropped a target there.
Okay. And we can move pretty quickly to that location. Now I see the target.
Okay, great.
And then up that steeper part of the contours.
Yep.
Where it's bright white.
Okay. Dropping a target there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then directly east to 1B.
I'd follow a contour. Let's stay along the bright, go a little bit further south. Whoa. There you go. A little bit further south. Your color, brighter area.
Okay. I'll drop another target.
Yeah, a little bit above, a little bit shallower than that.
Okay.
And then we don't have to go directly to 1B. We could follow a contour.
Okay.
Depending on what it looks like.
Got it. So we can follow the contour
right
that
there.
we're targeted on right now. Perfect.
We're gonna swap out pilots here and let Paul drive for a bit.
Okay.
Okay. Just letting you know.
All right.
Well, I think while you were discussing our route, a Pacific flatnose went by. People were wondering what that dark fish with the flat tail and the tall fin was. That's my ID based on my resources.
Oh, Erica's on science chat.
I know, so I'm going to see what she thinks. I'm going to see if she thinks I got that one right.
So is that called the fish chat?
The fish chat. There you go.
I do have more experience with fish than with corals, but still learning my deeper fishes. I tended to work on the shallower ones earlier in my career.
Okay, pilots.
And the flatter ones.
We've got a 130 meter ship move to 162 at 0.5 knots. That works for you? Perfect. I'm going to call that in.
Are you talking to science?
She was talking to the bridge, I think.
Okay, thanks.
And Hercules, we're headed 162 is our heading.
Are we coming off bottom?
So that they're reorienting to head southward.
Okay. Yeah, when we get in a good position, if we want to stop and do some close-ups of some of these sea pens with the sea stars on them, it might.
And
I think some of them would make some pretty pictures.
okay, we did just put in a ship move for 0.5 knots. With the mention earlier
No worries.
that we were moving kind of fast. So do we want to get to our next target here and then reevaluate at the base
Sure.
of the slope there?
Okay.
Okay.
What's that? Next to the thorny head. Huddled under.
Maybe some more like kelp or drift kelp or something. I hope
Kelp or
it's not trash.
plastic
It's
bag
not
or
trash. I know. I hope it's.
or
I'm gonna hope it's not trash.
yeah.
So I was looking at some of the crab IDs. Does anyone know specifically? Is that a tanner crab we've been seeing?
I thought they had longer legs, but they do occur at this depth.
Mm-hmm. It looked like some of them were almost partly buried. I'll have to look more closely.
Oh, yeah.
So Jen, you're taking us right to some of those big corals you were promising, right?
I think we have to get a little higher up. Oh, well, steeper substrate.
No, I mean that's where we're headed, right?
We'll eventually be headed.
Yes.
Most of our waypoints are at what appears to be steeper, harder substrate.
Mm-hmm.
You never know until you get there. Oh, that's nice.
I
Can
know.
we zoom in at all? Do we have the capability of zooming in, or are we on our way? Are we on a big move?
We can do a quick zoom.
On those two sea pens? Is that what you're looking at, Jan?
Yeah.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Sure. Go ahead.
I have to take the order from Herc.
Oh, he's
Oh, okay.
I can't zoom without Herc telling me.
Oh.
Or you can do it, Bob. I'll let you do it this time.
Yeah.
I can't zoom until you guys tell me to.
It's a little line of sea pens.
Yeah. It's kind of a strong current. A couple of the sea pens are pretty far over.
Mm-hmm.
Won't imp out. What is that?
Is that an anemone?
Yeah, probably a couple of them.
And are we a little bit buoyant or a little bit heavy? Okay. Got it.
I miss my science communication fellow.
We all do.
Yeah.
Helps pass the time during these
Roger.
soft sediment expanses.
Yeah. It's nice that they can feed us questions, and we know all and from where around the world they might be tuning in from.
I think we can still get that information. It just might be a little delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Possibly.
I know it was always nice when it was like, 4:30 in the morning. They're like, Norway just tuned in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Spain.
okay. That'd be great.
17 meters to target.
And it looks like there's a current fighting me, so I'm gonna have to kind of lateral a little bit. Yeah.
Even though we can't see it, I bet there's a ton of stuff living in these sediments with the amount of marine snow that we're seeing falling and the number of fish that we saw in the water column above. It seems like an area of high productivity, probably feeding all sorts of critters in these sediments.
Yeah.
We just can't see them right now.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of turbidity just visually from near the seafloor here, and
162, so I
Pilot was
probably need to.
remarking there's a more accelerated current right in this vicinity,
162, that's correct.
probably associated with the big topographic wall we're approaching.
Oh, a comb jelly just going by.
Yeah, it's a little sparkly. So Justin Hall, our science education outreach specialist at Farallon's, just joined us on the science chat. Justin, chime in. Go ahead. Oh, what is that over to the right?
What was that to the left? Did you see that, Jan?
I didn't see that. Looked like a little rock
Yeah, it looked like a rock to me.
with
Okay.
an anemone on it.
Okay.
Zag a little bit. Oh, yeah. With the ROV itself or with the pan tilt? Yeah.
These fish, they like being
Couple
next
more.
to something.
Yeah, they're just sitting next to the sea pens, and
Yeah.
it's not that much structure, but they definitely seem to be orienting to it.
Something, yeah.
There's a nice flatfish hiding in the sediments there.
Deep sea sole.
So I had the chance to see a juvenile deep sea sole up close and personal, and it was the only flatfish I've ever seen where when you flipped it over and looked at the underside, it wasn't white.
was
It was
that?
this chocolate. It was chocolate brown colored. It's
Okay.
really beautiful.
Oh, really?
So slow down a little bit.
Hmm.
Oh, there's an umbellella. It's a little coral.
Yep, it's 3 sea pens so far.
Just went out of the frame. What do we have there? Can we zoom in a bit? Or is that?
Is that a sea star?
Pressing zoom.
That white
It
discoloration.
looks like a nudibranch.
Do you think so?
Yeah, the white
I
thing.
don't know.
Bottom of
Large
screen.
nudibranch if it's a nudibranch.
I
Is
can
that an
go.
octopus?
Al, you can zoom.
Thank you.
Looks like an
Zooming out.
Oh,
anemone.
Oh, it's yeah.
anemone. Uh-huh.
All right.
Kind of
the-
fallen
Let's
over.
go full wide.
Yeah, the oral disc looks to be facing down towards the sediment, so it looks
Mm-hmm.
just seeing the side of the body.
Another
Got it.
umbellella. Little coral. Little soft coral.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Let us know. Let the scientists know if we have the opportunity to stop and collect. I think there is
Yeah.
on the wish list one of those umbellellas.
Okay,
But
we
I'm going to check.
we just completed our ship move, so we can decide to stop here and collect or look around. We're just at the base of the slope, but it seems to be a gentle slope.
Yeah, let's go ahead and keep moving along this path.
Copy that. We'll move on to the next waypoint that was dropped here.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
And then if you can let us know when we cannot stop and collect.
Okay, we can proceed to the next waypoint at 0.3 knots so that we're able to stop if needed for sampling.
Okay.
And then Jan, I found it, and yes, umbellula, right? Umbellula.
Umbellula.
It's on the list.
Umbellula.
Embellula, thank you. The Embellula is on the list. You didn't mark it specifically for Pioneer, but it is down here for you. That it's on the Greater Farallones collecting permit and requested by California
does it have
Academy.
I'm looking through our West Coast, and I can't seem to find it. I know we've collected it before, and it's fairly common in Pioneer Canyon.
Yeah, I see it here. It's
I
in
know-
the bottom of the C-pen section. I have it highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
And does Cal Academy or NIMS need it?
Yeah, it has a Cal Academy designation.
Okay. There it is. I don't see that it has a,
It says requesting agency, Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary, CAS. So that's Cal Academy, right?
yeah, I don't have that on mine. I know Cal Academy already has one, so I would say let's tick that off. That might just be a mistake from when it transferred from all of the different versions that came into Meredith.
So skip it.
I would say skip it, because if it doesn't
Okay.
say National Marine Fisheries Service, I don't think we need any eDNA. Although, look, oh, there's a nice sea pin right there.
Mm-hmm.
One furthest right.
couple-
Oh, I think that one is on the list. If we can stop.
Yeah.
Are you
So I
talking
wanna
about
back up a little bit.
the curly one or the?
It's out of the frame. Now it just came back into the frame. It's the fuzzy one. It looks like my cat's tail.
Science, can we confirm that we want to stop here? We need to,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Anthoptilum.
Swap back.
No, sorry, that's a rock pen.
So there's two different species that might be in this area. There's Anthoptilum lithophyllum, which is the one that grows on hard bottom, the rock pen, and then there's this one, which is likely grandiflorum. It's in the description there, which is a more soft sediment sea pen. I'm not sure if they wanted the grandiflorum also, or if they just wanted the lithophyllum. So just want to be sure that you know that designation.
Thank you. I'm looking at my list. I did a printout.
From the way it's entered, it doesn't seem to me that that they wanted the grandiflorum. They were just saying it's similar appearance. But I'll
Okay.
defer to Jan on that.
Let's not collect it, but let's get some close-ups of this sea pin right in front of us with the sea star wrapped around it.
I'm all turned off here.
I think.
Al, can you zoom in?
I had a feeling there was requests happening, but I couldn't do it.
So they wanted to take a look, pilot.
You want
at
the lasers on or off?
We can turn the lasers off, and if we can get in close enough for us to see the polyps.
Lasers off?
Right. Bob, when you're ready, I'll go all the way in.
I'm going to get in closer to it.
Even better. Do you want me to zoom out now while you navigate in?
Yeah, you can zoom in on it. I'll just try and stay on it here.
There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see if we can get some beauty shots of it.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom out a little bit.
Now you can really see all the little worms and little crinoid arms sticking out of the holes.
Yeah, look at that current. Really is ripping through here.
Yeah.
It's probably hard to hold the vehicle, isn't it?
Right, makes it challenging for the glamour shots.
Yeah.
Her hair is blowing in the wind.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I can go in quickly. Oh, it's tight. More detail.
Nice shot.
A little bit.
You want to
now
also
come
take a
There
look
you
at
go.
the
Oh.
enthoptylum to the left-hand side?
Yeah, let's stay here for just a couple of more close-ups.
Okay, let
If
me,
you can.
yeah, let me plant myself a bit.
Okay. I know it's really hard in the soft bottom. You don't want to touch the bottom. You don't want to go near the bottom. It's going to kick
but
up
I
all
kind of
that
have
sediment.
to. If we're going to zoom way in, I have to be stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
so
see.
we're
Let's see
there.
what you can do with. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, zoom in on that thing. Is that close enough, or do you need?
That is beautiful. Now,
Yeah.
can you kind of go up and get the sea star?
Yep. I mean, not super smoothly, but.
So much for the beauty shot. It's more of a still.
Well, it's getting there. Oh, keep it. Oh, look at that.
Nice close up on the rip and current too.
Pretty.
Yeah.
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 About 15 knots, 14.
There you go, Justin. Here's some nice video.
That's on the surface.
Not down there.
Oh, that's great, guys. Oh, that's really nice.
I like the little fish that's photobombing from the top.
Yeah.
Just peeking in back there.
Okay, let's see what we can do
that
with
good?
the. Yeah, that's
Hey,
great.
zoom out, Ed. Al. What's
Oh, I've become Ed. Thanks for the
not
compliment.
Ed. It's not Ed. Okay, you want to go look at something else here?
Yeah, the fluffy coral sea pen next to the
Behind the, oh,
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep, okay.
to the left of the fish.
All right.
Hopefully we don't scare the fish off. Although 30 heads are pretty tough.
Well, another one's trying to edge in on. There's some beauty shots going on.
What is it? Can you tell what that is just below the fish?
Picked up a little bit of dirt in that last thing.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right
Almost
now.
looks like almost looks like a feather star.
Yeah, I think it's a crinoid.
Bob, is now a good time to use the porch lights, illuminate the foreground?
Sorry, what was that?
Can we light up the porch lights to illuminate the foreground, please?
Yes.
That's all the light you got, isn't it?
That is all the light we have.
Oh, boy.
Okay, the thorny head has put up his spines for us. Or her spines.
Yeah, this current's ripping. Wow.
This great little diversity of organisms just right here with the fish, anemones, crinoids, sea pens, sea stars. That's just what's above the surface.
Okay, you can
Brittle
zoom in
stars.
there now.
Okay, we lost Jan for a minute on V-Link. Are you back?
Nope, she's not
All
back
right,
yet.
so no, she's not back yet. So let's just zoom in on each of these sea pens in turns. We can start there.
All right, Bob, if you give me a tilt up, I'll get in on that sea pen.
Yeah, we'll do a closer zoom on that sea pen, and then we'll work our way through the animals here.
Going in.
Al, do you
thinking
want
that-
the porch light still?
It does light up the foreground a little bit better.
So Steve, to me, that's looking like a similar sea pen to the last one that we saw. Do you agree?
Yeah, they're working on moving over there.
I don't know what the pictures look like. They have it back there.
So we want to
yeah, you
look
bring
at.
it up on the.
I can.
Jen just got back with us.
I can draw it. We want to look further to the right here at the other one.
Right.
There you go. That one.
I'm going to zoom out.
What are we looking at?
That red sea pen.
That big
This one by the
red
fish
thing?
right there?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Zoom in now.
A little tilt up and get you a little more zoom.
Okay.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, so it looks like here, this is a Anthoptylum sea pen. Looks like maybe a sea spider, a pycnogonid on the
Yeah, the
right-hand side.
pycnogonid on it. So this is very different looking than the other sea pen, much fleshier. And I was noticing with the other sea pen that the polyps were all facing away from the current. This one, I guess it also has one side that doesn't have as many polyps as the other side. That's facing away from us, looks like.
Yeah, this one looks like it might have fallen a little bit. I think normally it would be more upright, but